everybody, my name is Mike and welcome back to The Short of It, quick short videos that give you a high-level overview of content, providing you with enough to get started. In today's video, we'll be unboxing and testing out my new Sawgrass SG500 printer, so let's get started. If you have seen any of my previous videos before, you may have noticed that I use a EcoTank 2720 for all my sublimation projects. Well, recently, the print quality was beginning to decline and I was getting horizontal lines through all of my designs. I can cover this in another video, but long story short, the printer eventually died when I tried to correct the issue. It was at this point that I had a choice to make. Do I convert another non-sublimation printer to save a little bit of money, or do I go for a printer specifically designed for sublimation? Well, I went with the latter and pulled the trigger on the Sawgrass SG500. So let's open it up and take a look. The first thing I see is some sublimation paper. Texprint DT. I have some safety information. This bundle also included some Sawgrass sublimation ink, and it was at this point that I realized I had made a mistake. A majority of my projects utilize Caesar Easy Subli HTV more so than strictly sublimation. So to ensure I get the very best quality when using HTV, it makes sense for me to use the Caesar Easy Subli ink versus the Sawgrass Subli Jet ink. I eventually got the proper ink installed, but I'll elaborate more on this later. Only thing left is the printer itself. We got two cords here, the power cord and the USB, and there you have it. I'll work to remove this tape, install the ink, and have it print us a sample. After removing the tape, I'll plug it up and power it on to install the ink cartridges. The printer will now load the ink. I'll connect the printer to my home Wi-Fi and load the tray with the included paper. Before we are able to use the printer, we must first register it with Print Manager, which is a Sawgrass application, and I'll be sure to leave their link in the description if anyone else is setting up their Sawgrass for the first time. Once installed, you'll see that we now have Sawgrass Print Manager as well as their Creative Studio application downloaded to your desktop. You'll want to open up the Print Manager and follow the prompts. This is for the SG500, and we are utilizing Caesar Easy Subli ink. I installed the print driver earlier to account for time, but if this is your first time, you would want to go through and follow the prompts for the driver. For simplicity, I'm going to use USB for my connectivity, but feel free to connect via your Wi-Fi if you have that option. I'll make sure the printer is on and connect my cable. We are now good to go. For today's demonstration, I'll be using Cricut Design Space since I plan on utilizing my Cricut Maker when working with Caesar Easy Subli HTV. I'll open it up and create a new project using my logo since it contains multiple colors. I'll choose Print Then Cut, mirror it, and click Send to Printer. You can now see that the new Sawgrass printer as well as Sawgrass Print Manager are available options. I'll select Sawgrass Print Manager from the menu, turn off Add Bleeds since this is traditional sublimation, and click Print. When the Print Manager window opens, I'll make sure that Substrate is set to polyester. The rest of the fields will auto-populate. I will also make sure to keep Mirror unchecked since that option was already selected in Cricut Design Space. I will then click Print. The printout looks similar to how it did with the Epson printer. It's a bit lighter than the end result will be. To validate the ink's vibrancy and transfer, I'll be using a piece of 100% polyester fabric. It turned out okay. Now that I've had the chance to spend some time with the Sawgrass SG500, I do have some final thoughts. If you're in the market for a new printer and you're knowing that you're wanting a sublimation-specific Sawgrass printer, be sure to do your research. Like mentioned before, the type of ink you decide to use with your Sawgrass printer is important. My Epson just needed sublimation ink. There wasn't a specific type of sublimation ink needed. I was also surprised to find that Sawgrass encourages you to keep your printer on at all times. I would always turn my Epson off after I was finished with a project. Leaving your Sawgrass on allows the printer to perform automatic maintenance every 10 hours. I'll leave a link to their maintenance page in the description for additional information if you'd like to review, and I'll also leave a link to a video by Angie Holden who goes into detail about each ink available to the Sawgrass printer if you'd like to learn more. All in all, I'm excited to get back into sublimation with this new printer and hope to be sharing these projects with you soon. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and bell if you haven't already, be notified when new videos do drop. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. As always, I am Mike. This is The Short of It. See you next time.